Okay, so hopefully you did this on your own and you're not just coming in and copying mine, because it really is better, at least if you just kind of think through this yourself. So here's some things that I put down that might have been things that you would have said, or that I would think if I was doing this for the first time. So in your own words, what does it mean to be an 80% free throw shooter? So I put down that each free throw has an 80% chance of going in, right? Or an 80% probability of going in or being made. If Mrs. Gallus takes 100 shots, how many do you expect she'll make? Well, if she's 80%, I expect her to make 80 shots. Is this guaranteed? I'm going to say no. Okay, so probability is not a guarantee. It's just what is most likely to happen, okay, or even likely to happen. Question 3 says, if Miss Gallus takes 100 shots, do you think she will have a streak where she makes 10 in a row? I put maybe. You may have put yes, you may have put no. I put maybe. It feels like that's not likely to make 10 in a row, but maybe. If she's an 80% free throw shooter, if she was like a 20% free throw shooter, I would say absolutely not. But 80%, I think she could make 10 in a row. So then I went to StatsMedic. This is the outcome that I got. Yours should look different. But she made all but 2, right, out of 100. Well, that's not actually true. Not out of 100. Of the ones that I counted, these were the ones she missed. And you can see what the percentage was. She clearly missed in between these, where we went between 10 and 50 and skipped over them, right? This is what my graph looked like when I was done. It is all over the place until the end. And so what I want you to notice here, what I noticed about the graph is that there's a lot of variability in the beginning, like a lot of like zigzagging up and down. But then after we got more shots, it starts to kind of even out and get closer and closer towards 80%. And that's kind of the whole goal here. So here's a red pen moment, okay? This is the short run right here, okay? So probability is very unpredictable in the short run. All right, and the short run, like first 20, first 30, yeah, it's still real unpredictable. But the more we do it, the more shots we take, more and more and more and more, it becomes more predictable. Okay, so it's becoming more predictable out here. And that's the whole idea. So in the long run, okay? This idea here is that the more we do it, the more it gets closer to the true probability. And that is what we call the law of large numbers. Okay? If she takes a lot of shots, if she does it a lot of times, then her probability will tend towards 80%. But if she's just doing 10 shots, she may only get half of them, or she may get all of them, okay? Mine did. It said in the 100 shots, did Miss Gallus have a streak of 10 makes in a row? Mine was yes, right? I did, but I said that it's probably not common. That's what I first said, right? Oh, and here it says, did she make exactly, let's go back up here. Did she make, in the 100 shots, did she make exactly 80 free throws? No, I got to 79%. She never made exactly, okay? That's because, here's the reason why here. Every random sample, this was just a sample of shots, right? So every random sample of 100 shots is different. Okay? And that is what we call sampling variability. Okay? That is sampling variability. Number 8, in the 100 shots, did she make a streak of 10? Yeah, mine did. On mine, she did, but I said it's probably not common. And what I want to say is actually that's not true. This actually occurs 92.8% of the time. It's not uncommon if you're an 80% free throw shooter. So then it says, based on the results of the applet, what does the probability of 80% mean? Okay, so it doesn't mean that each free throw, I mean, technically, yes, each free throw has an 80% chance of going in. But really what we're saying is that after many many free throws, and this is how we would interpret it if you're asked to interpret probability, the percent of makes will approach 80, right? So the idea is that probability is what we call a long run relative frequency. Only if we do this many, many times are we going to get to where we're close to that 80%.